Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your reading for November 1st through the 15th. This is something new I'm beginning where I'm going to try to keep this up, where I'm going to break down the month for you, give you the first half, the second half, and hopefully, well, no, your full monthly won't go anywhere, okay? That'll stay put. That's your in-depth. These are to give you, peeks at what you need to know. So let's get into it, because we're going to try to keep them under 30 minutes. We'll see. But that definitely is my goal. Otherwise, I won't be able to continue to do it. I know that. So we're going to start with some major arcanas. I don't know the name of them. I apologize. We're going to take 3. And we're going to break this reading down into love, life, and career or money. However you earn your money. Maybe some of you don't call it your career, right? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do it a little differently than I normally do my readings, where I'm going to take a little bit more control and, guided by spirit and pull the cards versus just letting them come out. And that, again, is for time. So, we're going to begin. This, of course, is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Anyone who found yourself here, I think you found yourself here for a reason, so let's just trust in that. And interesting. I have 3 cards that had flipped themselves around. I'm not going to take them, though. We have the Hierophant, we have Justice, and we have Judgment. I'm going to remember that. But I'm not taking them. I didn't feel them flip. So maybe they're already flipped. Magician flipped. Oh. Okay. Life. Money. Love. Now what we're going to do is we're going to use the Universal Tarot, and we're going to take 3 cards off of each. And then open this baby up. Give it a couple shuffles. One more shuffle. It's funny how I said I'm just going to pull them, but yet I feel guided now to let some of them just come out. Three more. Okay, we're going to start at love last. It's almost like it reminds me of like a TV ploy, you know, where they put the best for last, but who's to say it's the best? All right. We have the star. Interesting. We have the star showing twice already. Card of Aquarius, of course. In the major arcanas, again, I don't really look at them as signs. I look at them as what they're asking from us. And this is about keeping your hope alive. She's looking right at that Seven of Pentacles, almost like some seed of yours is coming to fruition. So keep that hope alive, even if it's difficult. Pull on your spirituality, no doubt. Pull on your spirituality when you're starting to feel weak. We have the High Priestess in reverse. Interesting. And we have the Six of Wands in the upright. So, this is talking about life. Let's remember that. So what this is saying is that some of you are not allowing your intuition to run the show. And, I feel there's doubt here in whether I can be a success, whether I have victory within my endeavor. Because here it comes, says keep hope alive. Some of the Pentacles, it's almost, that talks about patience and in giving something the time it needs. Especially, let's think about planting fruits planting food, produce, and and giving it the time that it needs, planting flowers and allowing the seed to come to a full blossom, that type of thing. But your intuition seems to be somewhat of a block here. You're either not trusting yourself, you're not trusting that you can perhaps be victorious in what it is you want to do, something it is definitely that you want to do. But ultimately, you have the energy of success here, and it is of your intention. That tells me that you have the wisdom, whether you know it or not, to pull it off. So, trust your intuition as it relates to your money, on which direction to go. You can be talking about the time period and the heaviness in the air, because right above that is the Ten of Wands. I can't ignore it, right? I can't ignore it, and that's a time with heavy burden. That's where I feel like I'm not only carrying my burdens, I'm carrying other people's burdens. But I have to say, I somewhat do it willingly in the Ten of Wands, and tells me, whatever this is, you have the ability to go to the end, whatever that means. Like take it to the mountaintop, succeed. But the energy right now is heavy. So let's go ahead and move right into career. I have a feeling that it's just going to all turn into one big reading. It usually does. I don't know how it can't, in a way, because I feel like my cards talk to each other. We have Judgment. So we have Judgment twice. It's a rebirth. So, it's like Judgment is releasing you of that Ten of Wands. Releasing that burden that you've been carrying around. Whatever that means. Well, let's see what else we have here first. We have Temperance. So, a lot of this energy right now is being divinely guided. Why? Because sometimes it's for your protection. Sometimes you're ready to go down the wrong road. Because maybe I don't know, but part of it is not taking the wrong road because you become impatient, right? Your intuition, again, in reverse. So Temperance over that, like divine timing of something new, right? Because it's Judgment, it's a rebirth, but it's also a call to attention. It's about your hopes, your dreams, your wishes. It's about ultimately you being victorious in whatever this is. And listen, for some of you, there may be like, you've got to take something to the end, but then I feel like then it comes to an end. And so patience, right? Patience to allow this seed to fully develop, whatever it may be. We have the Page of Wands. It's interesting that our Lover's card is already revealed. So, and we have the Star. We have the Star that is pouring down energy onto this Prince of Wands, which ultimately pulls them down into the Six of Wands, victory. People looking up to you, people seeing it your way. It's a very, you know, I often feel like if you're in sales and you're persuading someone, you know, I feel like you got to believe in it, right? Because the Star is here, so you've got to believe in it. And I feel like this is a very good time. You are very persuasive. And I guess I can use it for the bad, I can use it for the good, right? With the High Priestess in reverse here, it can talk about sometimes moving too much into ego energy and therefore kind of halting something. Anyway, let's turn off the last remaining card. It feels lonely over here. The Tower. Interesting. So this is in your love life, which of course is going to affect your whole life, right? How could it not? So if I read it, let's just say I just read the cards. I have the Tower. There's a match by the Star. The Tower comes over these two of cups, these two lovers, right? The Tower happens, whatever it may be. Right next to it, you have the energy of a rebirth. And again, why? Because it's what you want, right? So it's what you want, but the Tower did exist. It's here, right? So it existed. And I feel like Temperance is saying, this is what we have to, you know, like this Tower, the Ten of Wands feels like, in the Ten of Wands, feels like I'm almost walking to the Tower. I'm almost wishing the Tower would come and help me in some way. Maybe that's what this Prince is. It's like angel, what am I trying to say? It's like spiritual help, like a soulmate arrives to help you, and it doesn't have to be romantically. I feel like it's just to bump you, because rebirth is all around, and it is also the call to attention. So a call to attention, it means get yourself in the present moment, both in your love life and in your career. Like snap out of it. And I mean that in the best of ways. But there's a need to be in the present moment, not in the past. You know, the Tower is of the past, right? Here is the opportunity for a rebirth over these two lovers. And it's your own seed that's blossoming, right? It's your own seed that's blossoming. You know, and I don't know how this Tower didn't affect the rest of your world. It had to have. You know, the Ten of Wands could be, you know, these burdens that you choose to take on. And I'm not picking on you. I'm just being honest. Like, the burdens that we take on. And it can even be like, you know, like whatever came from that Tower. It could be responsibility of it, feeling like I'm responsible for it. Whatever it is, it feels like, honestly, you don't need to carry it any longer, and maybe it's time to give it up. Time to give it up, and it could talk about both. When I see the lovers, it's not the lovers card, the Two of Cups right above the 10. It feels to me like it's splitting this 10. So, and all I mean by that is we each have our own thing that we have to look at, right? But it's time to look at it. It's like, it's time now to look at what I need to look at. Because there's an opportunity for a rebirth, a new beginning. And this new beginning, again, allows the heaviness that you've been carrying around to go, right? Ultimately, it puts you in the energy of victory. Only thing I'm concerned about, though, Temperance has control over that, is your intuition. You know, where it feels like it feels off. And I know it's the Tower's energy because it's coming down, but so is hope. It's like the Tower energy coming this direction, but hope is coming this direction. Which is going to win? Which is going to win? You know, judgment is your ancestors overlooking you, or looking over you, and wanting, you know, the best for you. But maybe they see you heading a direction, you know, or are not ending a certain type of energy. It could be anger, it could be jealousy, it could be regret, it could be, you know, all kind of man-made things. And your ancestors are like, it's time for a rebirth. It's time to begin again, right? And Temperance is controlling. She's divine timing. Remember that. Divine timing. Everything happens in its time. You'll be at the right place at the right time. Don't give up hope. Definitely don't give up hope. Let's take the Cosmic Tarot and let's just clarify here and there. So if you feel victorious in love, or I mean, if you feel victorious in life, ultimately down here, it tells me that everything else must kind of fall in place. You know, don't give up hope is what it's saying. Some people, you know, I think I had a comment where they said, like, I give false hope. I don't think I do, because, you know, I wrestled with that in the beginning of June Tarot. Am I giving false hope? I don't want to do that. No, because I have to tell you, I see the lessons very clear within a reading. Like, I see, like, what we skip over instead of going within. You know what I mean? Like, so I see the lessons. I don't think anything comes easy. Everything requires something, right? There's a sacrifice to get to this victorious energy, right? So, there you go. I don't know. Of course, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. Alright, so first thing I'm going to look at is this High Priestess. And I want to know what's going on with your intuition. And I think for some of you, it's you're becoming impatient. You're becoming impatient, I feel, for some of you. And listen, it may be like a long time coming kind of thing. Like, I've been in this Tower energy for how long now, Sandy? How much longer you want me to stay? Well, this is not me. This is like if your ancestors, like, call to attention, get present. Time to get in the present moment. Things are changing, right? Things are ending if you allow them. New things are beginning, right? New seeds of intention are arriving. You have hope on both corners. So it's like, no matter how strong that Tower is, hope just kind of like sandwiches it in. Look at this. So we have the Eight of Swords over your intuition being reversed. Let's just put it this way. It's being less loud than the self-doubting thoughts. It's being less loud, but it's there. Eight of Swords is building a wall of protection around me. You know, I'm protecting myself from the outer world. But really what it is, it means you've taken a lot on from the outer world. You've taken a lot of other people's opinions on as almost like my own. This is when you start to become out of yourself, and you know, you start to live a limited life, very limited, very protected. And I know, and I'm not talking about the coronavirus, because right now we need to be. But I'm talking about in general, maybe in taking chances, in falling in love, in beginning businesses, that type of thing. So, here's what I feel. Still, something is showing, because it's time. And it's going to show no matter what. No matter what. So I feel like This is just talking about looking at that Eight of Swords. Again, it's those thoughts. Sometimes those repeating thoughts, a tower, over and over and over and over. What could I have done? Could I have done something? This, that. And it's saying, let it go. Your ancestors, if this is about feeling guilty about something, your ancestors are saying, let it go, right? Just let it go and get present, because this is where you're needed. You're needed right now in the present moment. And it's funny how I'm saying it, because I feel like when you say yes, it's like boom, like your guy just boom, knocked down those walls. And then it's going to be up to you. If you rebuild them, or you just let them be. But all of a sudden, I'm feeling the importance of, I need you now, in the present moment. Okay, anyway. So, I hope whoever this message is for, I hope you get it, because, this Eight of Swords is also coming over the Seven of Pentacles, and that is your seed of intention, right next to the star. Truly, your hope, your wishes, your dreams. And Seven of Pentacles is talking about it's already been planted. It's planted. And now it's coming to the surface, right? Everything is yelling for you to know that. So the Eight of Swords kind of blocks that. It's almost like I'm not going to go out and water my garden for a month just because. Just because. You know what I mean? And bam, all that work that's been done. You may be afraid of this new beginning that it would create. But again, it's your seed of intention, so don't fear it. Don't fear it. Your ancestors are here. Release the regrets and all of that. Alright. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to look at that tower. Even though I feel exactly what it is, but I feel it a million different ways. So we have the Queen of Wands with the Five of Wands. So someone may have had an argument with someone. Queen of Wands can be you. Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo. And I feel like someone may have had some type of an argument with someone, and that may have created this tower. No, let me take that back. I don't feel like it created the tower. I feel like that tower happened just at a very inconvenient time. Let's put it that way, because the tower is really out of your control. So, I feel it for a million different people, a million different ways, but I feel like right now it's talking about perhaps someone that you lost, and perhaps it just wasn't left the way that you wished it would have been left. Clearly your ancestors are like, that's got to go. Everything happens for a reason, and maybe you're meant to like really look at that. I don't know. Okay, let's keep going. I have the Hermit, card of Virgo. This may say just talk to them. Just talk to them. They hear you. Alright, I want to look at more at, what time are we at? I want to keep it under 30 minutes. I don't know why. I don't like being concerned about the time. That's usually why I don't do shorter readings. We have the Emperor. And we have Temperance again. Temperance coming right over your star. And it's interesting. Temperance is also coming over Judgment. And, the trumpet is blowing. Right? The trumpet is blowing. Whatever is in your dream system, let's say, it's coming. It's clearly coming. And, for some of you, I feel like it's a business. Some of you, I know it's love. I have the Two of Cups right in the line of love. But I feel like it's a lot of different things. Four of Swords, healing over father. Some of you, and maybe your father who's speaking to you, like stop beating yourself up. Stop mourning. Of course, it takes everyone however long it takes them, right? But I feel like what it's saying, because Ten of Wands is under that. You know, if this is a father or a father figure, almost, you know, like, don't mourn me, because, you know, your life is happening right now. It's happening right now. And, you know, listen, where they're at, you don't need to mourn that. What you're mourning is the missing, right? The physical connection. But just know that you will be together again. Because I feel like this is very important. Those, you know, parents, someone, I don't know. I just feel like, and it's someone you may have taken care of. But my gosh, I just feel like, get to the present moment and let it go. Let it go. I'm fine. I'm fine. You're mourning the missing. You know, and I feel like that's why the Hermit popped out. Like, talk to me. Talk to me. I hear you. So, Temperance, again, over the Star, over Temperance, over this Prince of Wands, but also over the Judgment card. So, controlling all the timing, right? All divine order, divine timing. It's kind of showing you the way that things work, right? I need to close a door. Why? Because there's not enough room for me to allow in. Listen, this is of your hopes and dreams, right? The light, right? I've got to leave a little room for that light, and then that light will grow. So, yes, sometimes doors have to close. Sometimes the universe closes them at the worst time that we can think of, right? Like, why? Why couldn't I have made amends? That type of thing. Why didn't I know? You know, and I can talk about present love, like what? You know, why did I open, like, just that type of energy, because that's what I feel the Eight of Swords over your intuition. Perhaps this is to teach. Okay. What do I want to look at? I have the Six of Pentacles. So I'm taking the Six of Pentacles over Judgment and over your wishes. I want to go a little deeper there. And Six of Pentacles is kind of beautiful. Six of Pentacles is saying, you know, I want to get to a personal place within me where I've learned from my, kind of like, think of the Empress, but the Empress, I don't know, like, you know, she's learning from the journey, right? I'm learning compassion. I'm learning empathy. And I use that. It's a give, it's a take, right? Sometimes things are taken, but then something is given. And I feel like that's kind of what this is. Something was taken, and now something is given. And that may teach you a very valuable lesson about compassion and empathy, and even the way energy works. You know, this is the energy of really balance. Balance not just in your career, because it is hitting your career sector, but it's also hitting your life sector. It's coming over your dream. So I feel like it's getting to that point of, you know, I have to really be open. I have to be open. Present, right? I have to be present. And open. That means I've got to let certain things go. And I feel like this is more man-made energies than anything. And I got to close that door because something wants to come in. And, you know, how does it not change your life again? You know, our life changes all the time. Maybe I've been in a very heavy, dark type of energy, but that wheel keeps turning. And you will be pulled out of it, right? Now, you may kick and scream and pull your way back. That's up to you. But the wheel turns, and I feel like that's what's happening, and it's saying get present. Get present so that you can allow what? Those seeds that you already planted, whenever they were planted. Maybe before you came down to this world, this lifetime. These are the seeds that you wanted at particular times, and here they come. I feel like they're coming no matter what. Your guides are saying, knock down those walls. And they're helping you. Understand that you're in a thought process that is replaying an old broken record. It's not reality, is what I feel. It's not reality. And it feels like the trumpet has sounded. The trumpet has sounded. So I feel like you can flip this energy around, no doubt, because you have victory right next to it, no doubt. And then get into the flow of the light energy, not the dark, the heaviness of that. Get through the flow of the light energy. And I don't know. I feel like, and then what's coming, I don't know. You see it for exactly what it is. And listen, again, give the star really in anchor places of your reading. You do have the tower, but you have the star, which overpowers that, and victory. So what was and what can be two completely different things. And I'm going to leave it there. I love you guys. I was going to try to make it to that 30 point. But I think you get it. You get it or you don't. And I have to leave it out of my hands and trust that this message will flow to whoever it needs to flow to. And I don't know. I feel very grateful for it. I feel very grateful for you, as always, for the beautiful support of my work and my channel. You keep me alive. You literally keep me alive. So all my gratitude. Share this message if you feel like, oh, I know exactly who that is. Share it with them if you think they're okay with that. And thank you for those who do share. I don't want to go through a lot. I want to keep this short. I just want to thank you. I have all the gratitude in the world for you guys. I feel like get in the present moment. Get yourself in the present moment, because something's coming. I love you. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.